right, a little Chopin and Brian Eno today. We are in a chill day. Today is very chill, according to the Divine Couple. And Divine Feminine is the one who wanted to be seen this morning, so she is going to go first. And normally I pull 6 cards, and Spirit was like, 7 cards today. So I was like, okay, so we've got 7 cards and bottom of the deck. I like that the bottom of the deck is kind of an indication of the overall headspace and heart space, what is underlying the situation. So, headspace, bottom of the deck, it's the Ace of Pentacles, the 3D manifestation of whatever it is Divine Feminine is desiring. And it's here today at the bottom of the deck, underlying the headspace. And it's in a very positive light. I think it's why the music we're hearing is just sort of like relaxed and calm and just kind of meditative. Very nice place to be. So that's where we are in our headspace as we take a deeper look. That is what is there. So let us see. First card out was the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So when we're seeing this card, I'm associating this with reward, indulging yourself. It's a 9, so a 9 is almost completing a cycle. After 9 comes the 10. I think that the Divine Feminine has been in a state of self-indulgence. I think she needed to be there to like soak up everything that's been going on in the divine relationship. And I think she's kind of been eating what she wants, sleeping when she wants, working as much as she wants when that's possible, and doing these things for herself. And she's now at the end of this cycle where she's going to be doing all of this just for herself, because who is here? Ta-da! Knight of Wands. He's here. And he's definitely in her mind. She's definitely thinking about this offer that's coming from him. And she knows that she's not just going to be in a place of only self-indulgence. There's someone else now that she has to indulge, and who she wants to indulge. Part of indulging her king is what she wants to indulge in herself. And that's what happens when you're in union. So she's learned how to reward herself and indulge in herself. And now she wants to do the same thing with this knight who's coming in with a fiery and passionate offer of love. She's thinking, interestingly, ooh, do you hear the energy shift with that card? Wow, wow, wow. So we were just in this peaceful headspace, but here comes the Knight of Wands, and what is he bringing? Well, there is this aspect in her mind where there is some discontent and worry about defeat and giving up, etc. So she does have this in her mind, this 5 of Swords energy, this war that they've been in, this war to reveal their true feelings for each other and to have everything come out into the open, and this interaction that they need to have. Definitely there's a 5 of Swords, reckoning, judgment, justice that has come up. We know that there is this conflict that follows the Knight of Wands. However, why are we hearing mostly peaceful music? Because she is very peaceful. She's happy. She's very happy right now. She's content in knowing that Divine Masculine has made communication. Excuse me. I'm being asked to correct that. She's not content in knowing that he's made communication. She's content in knowing that this is underlying the situation, that a 3D manifestation of her desire is imminent from the action of her Divine Masculine. That is why she is happy. she's embodying the star right now. She's the star of her own life, the star of her story. She's the main protagonist in her life. And this is also an aspect of happiness for her. And there's also here, specifically with this imagery, this is that she's really mindful that this is a cosmic connection, that there is something out of her hands, that there's like space and time and matter and all of these things going on and happening. And so she's really in touch with the cosmic aspects of her relationship. Two of Wands, which is the twin flame card. She's doesn't want to wait. She's thinking about how she doesn't want to wait. And Spirit is saying you do have to transform that impatience. You have to get comfortable. Like, you have to right now, like, you have to think, what if I don't get this for 2 years from today? What if I don't get this for 5 years from today? How long has it been since this is seated inside of, 21 years? What if it's another 21 years? That's why we don't wait. We keep living our lives, but she definitely has to transform any fear of this taking too long. All right, that is her headspace. Bottom of the deck for her heart space, her 3D manifestation. Now, she saw this yesterday in Divine Masculine's headspace as the first thing that jumped from the deck for him. So I think she's feeling pretty filled up in her heart that this 10 of Pentacles is really here for her. That's the bottom of her deck. So what is the bottom of her deck for both her headspace and her heart space? A 3D offer and a 3D manifestation of her material fulfillment. Okay, seems pretty good. So let's look at our heart space. We have the Hermit. Now, I'm really drawn in this particular imagery from the Prisma Visions deck. I love that the traditional imagery of the Hermit being a figure carrying a lantern. And in this specific deck, the moon is the lantern, and it's guiding the way, just like you're guided in the Hermit. And so I think she is really letting herself be guided by the moon. We see this star coming up, and I'm feeling that that is about her cosmic connection. And we're seeing in her heart space that same kind of knowing that this is really about this deeper connection. Oh, 9 of Pentacles in her heart space. And so we have a mirroring happening, which of course that means, pretty much union. But so what her headspace is thinking about is also in her heart. But in her heart, what she's allowing herself to do is indulge in the 3D material fulfillment possibilities. Like, she's letting herself imagine, what will it feel like when we tell our friends? What will it feel like when we do, she's starting to allow that stuff that she was kind of suppressing the other day with that reversed Queen of Cups. We're now seeing her allow this. So that's exciting. So that's in her heart space. Yesterday, the Chariot was coming out in reverse. Now we have it in another deck coming upright in her heart space. And so what I think is she realizes that yesterday she was worried about controlling the beast inside of her, controlling the impatience. And today she's realizing that she doesn't have to worry about that. Like, someone else is helping her, guiding her, that Hermit energy. She's being guided. And so she has relinquished the need to control her ego, which was that shifting energy. And because of that, now her ego is no longer driving and at the wheel. Now Source is driving, which is what you want. And then what? Oh my I can't. This is why I love my job. I love my job. Okay. Look at this. Five of Swords was in her headspace, and then mirrored in her heart space is the Five of Swords in reverse. So it's like her head is worried about this battle, and her heart is not. And her head is like worried about her self-indulgence, and her heart is not. And who's right? What do they always say? Follow your heart. Your heart is not worried about this confrontation. So your head can just like let it go. And why else am I freaking out? Oh, well, because the card, oh my, okay. The card underneath, oh, I can't. The card underneath is the Star. So in her heart space, we have the Star. And in this imagery, we have even more association with cosmic connection because there's a night sky all around and all of these, I can't make this up. And then she has this in her headspace. And it's not actually mirrored in this way. It's actually in union. So there's so much union. The union is here. Like, it's here. Okay, freaking out. Two more cards. Why am I freaking out? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, and it's mirrored. So it was upright in her headspace. She's thinking about him coming in, which you remember was making her feel this Five of Swords defensiveness. And what her heart space is telling her, what Source is telling her in her heart, she knows in her heart is, he's not going to come in with this fiery, sweep her off her feet, in and out energy and cause conflict. He's not going to come in that way. He is not. Because their fortunes have shifted. Good luck is with them right now. And she knows this in her heart. Wow. I can see why Divine Feminine wanted to go first. And we don't hate it. The traffic, however, is another thing entirely. Okay. Divine Masculine headspace, I can't even wait because of the vice versa deck, some of these cards I know are already mirrored and I'm like, I can't. All right. So bottom of the deck for headspace, oh my God. But bottom of the deck for headspace for Divine Masculine is the Four of Cups. And I actually see this when I'm looking at this right now because of the music that was playing initially, and I was shuffling Divine Masculine first, and so his music that was coming out was, he had, there was a classical piece and then Brian Eno. So this really meditative, calm energy. So I feel like he's fully connected to Source. He's like the Buddha at the Bodhi tree right now. He's like, my Divine Feminine hears me. My Divine Feminine sees me. My Divine Feminine speaks to me. She responds to me. She responds positively to me. She understands me. I am not afraid. I'm calm. That is what the bottom of the deck feeling is I get from that card. Now let's flip his cards. Oh, my Lanta. No! Oh my Lord. Okay. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna calm down. All right. He is thinking, he is worried he's not gonna get his wish, but this is also about self-indulgence. So this is wish fulfillment. When you get this card, whether it's upright, in reverse, whatever, it means you're going to get what your wish is. So it's definitely has that good energy. But this guy can also be looked at as being kind of greedy and selfish. And so it can have that aspect to it that's coming in reverse. And so I do see him as not only he's thinking, I'm going to get what I want, but he's thinking of that it's actually kind of, it's not a selfish desire. Like he feels like getting what he wants in this case is better for not just him and his divine feminine, but for healing on a grand scale. And so that's lovely. And then what does he have? But the sun. He's happy and she's happy and they're mirroring. It's like a romantic movie. It's so cheesy, but we don't hate it. He's so in love. There's freaking Two of Cups. He's literally like, this is all he's thinking about. He's feeling protected. He's wanting to have, I always see him wanting to like break bread and like have, you know, this, have just so much. If he has any worries at all, it's that he doesn't want to appear foolish. He doesn't want to appear foolish. He just, he's worried about being a little goofy, like a little awkward. But he doesn't have to worry. That'll probably make Divine Feminine feel even more comfortable herself, to be honest. So he's a little worried about that. Death, transform, rebirth. It's here. Like, I can't make this up. There's so much in union. And what else is he thinking about? His Four of Wands coming out, upright, no longer in reverse, coming out. He is thinking about celebrating the foundation that he's built, the foundation of the love relationship that he's built, and also just a financial foundation. He's feeling very good about it. And here's his Chariot. And we saw in the feminine heart space, we saw her Chariot. How can you not, when you see me do the shuffling, I just don't understand. I cannot do tricks. Like, I can't even, I was trying to learn like the Zippo thing where you like do this. Exactly. I'm not. This is spirit mirroring like crazy this divine couple. Okay, so now the heart space, bottom of the deck, what was it? It was the Fool, and it was in reverse. And so this is new beginnings. And what I think, because this is mirrored in his headspace, because he's so in union, do you see how in union the couple is inside of themselves? When you see this inside of themselves, that means you can see it outside of themselves, okay? So they're mirroring, they are in union. It's exciting. It's why I can barely get through this reading, and it's going to be so long. Okay, but anyway, so we have this energy going on, and basically he's worried about being the Fool in his headspace, and his heart space is telling him, don't worry about appearing foolish. You're not going to. He knows in his heart he's not going to be foolish. And he knows in his heart that he's entitled to this new beginning, and he's ready for it. He is there for it. That's the bottom of his heart space. Now let's look. Yes, this is how we look at it. Okay, so now we're going to look at his heart space. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is usually a card that can be about clinging. It's also about a solid foundation, etc. And we're seeing it in the vice versa deck. In this case, we're looking at the back of the Emperor who's sitting here. So this is Emperor energy. And in his heart space, I think we see him turning his back on any clinging that he has done. Oh, what else is coming out again? Yesterday it was coming out like this. He's worked on himself. And then he got the mentoring energy. And so here we are seeing this Three of Pentacles. And he's realizing, I think, the relationship that he has with the Divine Feminine, that they are equivalently teacher and student. And in his heart space, he's thinking about the work they're going to be able to do in union together, the collaborations that they're going to be able to make. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. And what else? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Okay. Now, because of my mini freak out, I have to remember what it came out like. I think it came out this way. It did. Okay, so Knight of Wands, but his back is turned like this, okay? So I see this as, also there's the lightning. I see this as he's on his way. Like he's on his way. He's coming and we're watching him get ready and setting off. That's the energy I'm getting from this card because he is definitely ready to come in with his offer. It's all cooked. It is all cooked. In his heart space, we see the Emperor, and it's coming out in reverse, but what we see coming out in reverse is that I think he now knows that he's the Emperor. He now knows what he is capable of, what he can create, what he can have before him in his kingdom, what he can conquer. And so in his heart space, he no longer feels like he's unaware of his power. He's fully aware of the power that he has. Nine of Cups. Mirrored in his headspace in reverse. Oh, my music just came on again too. Interesting. But coming out upright in his heart space, and what does he want? His divine feminine. His heart knows that he is going to have his divine feminine. His heart is not worried about any selfishness or greediness either. He is fully in alignment. If you get one Nine of Cups in your reading, you're going to get your wish. Divine Masculine, you just got two. There's two in there, okay? And then what do we have? No more Knight of Swords. No more in and out energy. No more coming in, slash and burn, not staying for the long haul. Ten of Cups. Spiritual fulfillment. Together. United. Divine union. I can't make it up. That is what I see today in the Divine Couples reading, and I don't hate it. I do not hate it. It's interesting. I didn't shuffle my oracles, so I'm going to do that on camera, I guess, right now. And I want to get the Divine Masculine energy. Thank you. That makes sense. Divine Feminine, please. Feminine energy. All right, let's just do two, and then let's do Divine Masculine. Too many spirit. Perfect, thank you. Oh, love to see that. And Divine Feminine, yes. Okay, and then two archetypes. Nice. Okay. Let us look at the archetypal aspects first. So we have Divine Masculine in monk energy. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. That seems just about right. I don't even think I need to explain that. So getting a nudge from spirit to stay in that space because that is really doing good things for you. And I think also both of you are in this. There's a union in this energy for you. And you both like this kind of energy. I think both of you gravitate towards like maybe even kind of wanting a life like that. Like knowing that you want to be together, but also having this desire for solitude. I think that's an aspect of both of you. And then the Saboteur is in reverse. So that is making me feel like the self-sabotage garbage that Divine Feminine was worried about has dissipated. And the light attribute is that it highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So it gave you the sabotage that you have done has given you a sense of where it is that you're still afraid to invite in your abundance in whatever way that is. Love, money, anything. All right. Somebody is upset out there. So, excuse me. So, conclusions for the Divine Masculine. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon in Pisces. I got a feeling. New start is coming for Divine Feminine. So, interesting. New start is coming. And the conclusions are within reach. Alrighty then. And then Divine Masculine got play. And I think this is coming out because he is really good at this. And I think he is about to do this and have a lot of fun. I sense that the energy that his Venus is in matches this season, and I think that he's going to be just confident and bold and playful and goofy, and that's why I know his heart is like not worried about appearing as a fool. He's not at all worried about that. So Spirit is saying play. And for Divine Feminine, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light? So if there is some aspect where you're dimming your light right now because you are so focused on this union, and I know how tempting it is to be focused on this union, but don't be, because what is making this union possible, you have to remember, is your focus on yourself. So how are you dimming your light right now? Is there an aspect that you're not showing to the world? Is there some component that you haven't put into your daily routine that is not allowing you to be authentic to who you are? Like, ask yourself, what are these final pieces that I'm still dimming or not letting myself shine? All right, sorry about that weird interruption today. I'm gonna have to go cobble all of this very long video together now and hopefully put out something on YouTube and Instagram immediately. But thank you so much for joining me for today's daily reading. It was freaking amazing. I'm about to try to do a reel that shows how many cards mirrored. My mind is just blown. But Union is here. It's very exciting. I keep thinking to myself, what am I going to read about when Union is here? Because I've never read about Union. I've only read about separation for the most part. So it'll be interesting to read the couple in Union. And obviously there's lots of other things to read about, but that's just, it's something that I enjoy. So we'll have to see what happens with these readings. You just don't know. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day today. Take care.